Okay guys, let's start off the week beginning the 5th of May with the Euro USD. You can see here, looking at the chart, that we've been in an uptrend on this pair. It's not been that good recently on actual price movements. Some days have been very small, sort of 30 or 40 pips, but you can still see that we have an uptrend in progress here. So your levels that you're going to be looking at, this is pretty much a high here at 139.338, and you've got a level here at 136.95 and a level here at 134.812. So if you're looking to go long, I would be looking for some price action down at this level here at 136.95, probably in the 137 level. And for shorts, we could look at some, if the price action was good enough, then we could look at shorts here from 139.338 when these levels are reached. If you're wondering how these levels are found, they're basically what they are as support and resistance zones. They're not like your daily support and resistance zones, with a pivot level as well, that you have with an indicator that you put on your chart. These are found just basically using your eyes. If you zoom out on the chart, you can see where the areas are. You can obviously see this was a support zone here, support here, support here. So theory being that if the price action of the price returns to this level here with the right candlestick or price action, then the price will bounce out of this level. And similarly, you can see that this level here showed resistance. So if we get to this level, even though it will be contra trend, it could offer an opportunity to sell out of that resistance level if we see the correct price action. So moving on to the GBP USD. Okay, here's GBP USD, obvious uptrend here again, although the price action has been quite difficult with this one. You can, however, see an obvious support zone just here at 167.381. It's got a high here at 169.18, pretty much 169. If you're going to take a long, then the recommended zones are 167.381 all the way down to 165.633 and 164.635 possibly. Taking a short from 169 at the moment, not really into that, nor on a long from 169 unless the price action proves it to us. If we look on the weekly here, you can see this 169 level is a high right back to 2009, so it's just taken out the recent highs. So it may push on, or we may get some sellers in. If we see the proper price action at the 169 level, then we can look at selling, but it's got to be the correct price action, because some people may have other ideas and the market may push on over 169, never can tell. So the safest place is buy on cable at 167.381, as long as we see the correct price action. Next up is Euro Nzd. We can see here the obvious kind of support area, which was broken, and then it's come back up here. Tried to retake that area, and then it's shown resistance here. It's in a downtrend, so we will be looking for sells on this pair. So your sell zone for this would be 161.708 with the correct price action. Possibly a buy here at a 158.42 if we see a decent set of candlesticks. And if we drop down through here and we break this line here at 158.424, then you've got to wait for a pullback before you start taking short positions. And the next level down there is 154.653. So there's plenty of room on this pair. but you've got to get the right price action at the right levels to be able to trade this, and I wouldn't be looking immediately for a long position out of this level here. You've got to be looking for the correct price action. So as I said, sell down from 161.70 if we get up to that level, or a possible buy from 158.42, but needs the right price action to do that. Next we're on to EUR/AUD. Some quite nice areas here. We're approaching one now at the moment, 150.57. We might be able to get into a sell trade here given the right price action candles, or if we get down to the 147.23, then a buy signal with the right price action candles out of there. Somewhere up for probably first stop, if we get into a buy just here, and your first stop would be 155.74, and then your final stop would be 154.557 for take profit levels. If it breaks down through these areas here, to take a sell under this area, you've got to look for a break and then a retest and then a bearish candlestick to bring you down to this level here. And if we come down to this level, it's quite a way away yet, then we'll be probably looking for buys with the correct price action. Next up we've got Aussie dollar, AUD USD. Here's the Aussie dollar trend line. We've actually got a signal here. This is being recorded before the markets open on a Sunday. So we have a candlestick pattern here which could be used at this level. We've got the horizontal support line and a trend line. However, we need to wait and see how the markets open before making a decision on this. So this looks in quite good shape here for a possible trade coming up later on once the markets have opened up and it decides what it's going to do. If we get a gap up, then we need to wait and see that gap close back down and then recheck the support. Obviously if we get a gap down, then we need to make a check to see exactly what's going on with the price action before jumping in. Other levels on this pair are going to be, obviously, I'll just put one in here for you, just around about here. That's 94.31. So you need to watch out for that level for taking profit if you were to go long here, or a break and then a retest to go long on extension of that level, and obviously possibly a short position if the price action shows us a short setup. And here is Euro JPY. This was on quite a long uptrend for a while, and now it's gone into a kind of a correction. Just here, if we zoom out a little bit, you can see the uptrend that was taking place, and now it's kind of gone into a corrective mode or a sideways mode, whatever you want to call it. But you can see clearly the support zone here, which is at 140.50. So this is clearly the support zone. Resistance zones are obviously there around 143.32, and other areas below this just there at 139.40. So because of the previous uptrend, if we see candlestick action, price action at these levels here, if we see it here, then we'll be going long, or if we see it here, then look for a long position out of here, targeting back up to 143 zone on Euro JPY. So on to AUD Nzd. You can quite clearly see the range this is in here. If you look at the weekly chart as well, this kind of range is also appearing on this chart. So you've got the 105.45, 10545 level for long positions, just here. And for short positions, you've got the 1.0895. So some quite nice locations here for trades, because it looks like it's moving in a range. So if we can get it at one of these levels, that will be really great, because there's a massive upside or downside potential out of either one of those. If we see a break of either level, if you take a look at the weekly here just a sec, you can see the weekly is showing a bearish trend. So if we go back to the daily, you could expect that this is going to drop down to the 1054 level, and then we look for a bounce. If we see a breakthrough here, as you can see, this is quite strong support. If we see a breakthrough here, then you've got to look for a retest of this level to see if it's become resistance, and then the appropriate candlestick price action to continue with that short. Don't go short just on a candlestick breaking underneath this level, because it may be a fake out, and the price will then return back up to this level here, taking your stop with it. So that was AUD Nzd. And the last pair we'll look at here is Kiwi Nzd USD. We took this trade last week off the bounce of this support line, around 85.40 level, and we took a few pips out of this one. It's pretty much sideways, as can be seen. Now this level here, up at 87.788, is pretty much an all-time high for Kiwi. So you've got to be a little bit careful when taking longs here. The chances are that there could be sellers in up here. Given the correct price action candles, then we would look to sell at this level and only go long on a break and a confirmed break of that level. Other than that, it's going to be, if it drops back down to 85.33, then it's going to be another buy out of there at the support level, unless of course it breaks straight through it doesn't give us a signal, in which case we'll be looking for longs from a different level, perhaps down here at 83.72. So that's, if you look at the levels here, if you look at that level, you can see there's a touch there, a touch there, a touch there, and a touch there, all resistance. Then we'd get the break. So if we come back here to 83.82, then the chances are it's going to bounce out of there and continue with the long trend. We've got Bank Holiday Monday this Monday in the UK, which is basically a vacation day called May Day. So expect the markets to be quiet on Monday.